Hello, PokeMoshPit. Shofu here, bringing you. This has got to be the worst of the worst. If you notice my team, it might look very familiar to you. Um, yeah. People that have been playing since Diamond and Pearl will know what I'm talking about. But I don't know about the rest of yous. But yeah, this is a battle against 1104lebron, and it's a terrible, terrible, terrible battle. But I still want you to watch it. There are a lot of teaching points, and this is just an atrocious battle. Not necessarily on my part, more on his, but like just watch the battle. You'll understand. This is just Rick knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna lead with he's gonna lead with the Metagross. I'm gonna lead with Tiamatria. Yeah, Tiamatria. So like I said, people that have been playing Pokemon since 2007, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But whatever, I go for the Earthquake. He's going to go for the Stealth Rocks like I predicted him to. Now I'm predicting him to either switch out or go for the Bullet Punch, which is why I stay in and go for Dragon Dance. This team is so... Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and give it away now. I'm using Maryland's team. I'm using Maryland's outdated 2017 in a 5th gen match, alright? Obviously the score is 6-5 now, so yeah, we'll keep track of that. Yeah, so now he's going to send out a Garchomp, which obviously Choice Bandit. It's obviously Choice Scarf, otherwise he wouldn't have sent it out. So I'm going to go to my Skarmory, Metal Phoenix. Yeah, pay attention to the names here. He's going to go for the Dragon Claw. Notice no leftovers on the Skarmory. That'll be very important later on in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a layer of spikes now, predicting him to switch, obviously because he's locked in a Dragon type move. Now I'm going to switch into this piece of shit. And I think this thing's name, I don't even know what the hell this thing's name is. It's in Japanese, as you can see. But I knew he was going to go for the Flare Blitz. There's a shit ton. He really should have stayed in and used it again. But luckily this thing does have leftovers, so... Alright, so for the people who don't know who Maryland is, he's pretty much the person who started all this Wi-Fi battling and whatnot. And he's very famous on YouTube. He has like 100,000 subscribers. And his team is fucking terrible. That is the point I'm trying to make. But just keep that in mind for now. So I switch out, go to my Spookshire. Predicting him to... I don't know, I just go for the sub because I felt like it, really. And he goes for the Hydro Pump and it hits. So what he did next it doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm gonna go for the substitute again. I'm gonna go for the substitute again, but he switches out. Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't understand why he did it. I'm not gonna ask any questions about why he did it, but he did it, and I go for the sub. And I know Patai Berry is illegal, but I wanted to replicate the team exactly how it was, except for the IVs, because the IVs he had on his team were so bad. Like, he had like, I think his Garchomp had like 20 attack IVs, I don't even know. But I go for the sub, get the Patai Berry boost, he switches back into his Wishy-Washy, and I get a critical hit. Didn't really matter because I would have 2-hit KO'd it anyways. And now I believe the score is 6-4. He's going to go to his Barizion. And lucky for me, Maryland actually had Sludge Bomb on his Gengar, so I'm going to be able to one-hit KO that Barizion despite it having like super high special defense. So Maryland's team is actually working out for me here. I don't know how, but it is. Now he's going to go to his Rankarusu, and yeah, one-hit KO to the face. Bitch! I should have put a get hit with all of that there, because you just got wrecked, kid. You got wrecked. Okay, so the score is 6-2 right now. And here I make a huge mistake. I decide that I want to try in 6-0 1104lebron with Maryland's team, because how many people can even say that they've done that? Like, that would just be a new type of embarrassment. Like, it's Maryland's team, it's terrible, especially now that it's so outdated. So, you know, it's 6-2. I could have stayed in and one-hit KO'd his Garchomp with a Shadow Ball, but, you know, that's kind of boring and bland and whatnot. So, you know, obviously, and another thing, if I had stayed in and killed him with a Shadow Ball, I would have died to Sandstorm, and I wouldn't have been able to kill him, and I really wanted to get the 6-0. So, because of that, I'm going to be greedy and switch out. I'm gonna go out to my Skarmory predicting a dragon type attack, but he actually predicted me to switch out because I told him I was gonna try and 6-0 him. So because I told him I was gonna try and 6-0 him, he's gonna go for the Fire Fang, thus doing amazing damage to my Metal Phoenix here. And then I'm going to switch out, predicting him to go for the Fire Fang again, but he actually switches out completely and goes to his Daruma. So that's great because I actually sent out my Garchomp. Here I actually should have subbed down and tried to get some mishacks, but I didn't know if he was scarfed or banded yet, and that's only because I didn't see him use Flare Blitz on my Tyranitar, and because I wasn't paying attention because I'm using Maryland team and whatnot. I wasn't paying attention, and I did not notice how much damage he did to my Tyranitar at the time, which is why I just stayed in and didn't go for any substitutes or whatnot. But now he sends out his Garchomp again, and I know he's scarfed obviously, and he goes for the Outrage. And I set up my Blissey because if anybody knows, if anybody watches my videos, if any one of you is subscribed to me, you know that I hate Blissey with the utmost passion. And I knew that if anything is going to die on this team, it is going to be that fat ass bitch Blissey, because I hate it with all my heart and all my soul. Which is why I sent up the Blissey there, just to see how much damage the Outrage would do. But this all comes back to bite me in the ass because I sent up my Skarmory just to see if I could take an Outrage, and I definitely can't. So yeah, now the score is 5-1. So he's going to hit through his confusion, go for the Outrage. That's my Garchomp's ass. Champa, I think that says in Japanese, I don't know. So now I'm going to send out my Tiamatria just for the Intimidate. I just wanted to get the Intimidate on in case my Blissey had to end up stalling this thing out, because he hits through the confusion again, which is gay. Oh my gosh, it's gay. He's just getting really lucky, pretty much. Like, obviously I shouldn't have tried to 6-0 him. I would have been fine with a 5-0 with Maryland's team, but it's the principle that it's Maryland's team. I really just wanted to use it. But yeah, I die. I send out my Spookshire and he dies. No, she dies on contact with Stealth Rocks. Now he's not confused anymore. He's gonna go for the Outrage, get a crit. I'm really sure that crit mattered too because he had -1 attack, and he's not even adamant. He's Jolly. So, my last guy, Blissey. I think this is my last Pokemon. So he hits himself in confusion here, and that Intimidate screws me over because, as you can see, him hitting himself in confusion actually did nothing. So that's because he has -1 attack right now. So I go for the Soft Boiled after he hits himself. I'm going to, I think, go for it, the Soft Boiled again, just in case he snaps out of confusion like he just did. Doesn't do too much because of the -1. And yeah, I go for the Soft Boiled again. I fucking hate you, Blissey. Now that we're here face to face, or back to face, you bitch. I hate you with all my soul. I just wish you would get in a car accident, but you probably still wouldn't die because you're so fucking fat. Fat. Anyways, he goes for another Outrage. This is not the time to rant about Blissey or cuss it out, because I know there's children watching. Anyways, I go for a Seismic Toss. He goes for another Outrage. It doesn't do very much. I'm gonna go for the Soft Boiled here. He hits through his confusion again, so he's just like, damn, hit yourself already. So yeah, I go for another Soft Boiled. I believe he hits himself next turn, if I'm not mistaken. I think he hits himself next turn. Damn, why the hell didn't I speed this up, man? I'm never using Blissey again, ever. So he hits himself in his confusion. I go for the Soft Boiled here, apparently. Now I know next turn I'm gonna go for the Seismic Toss, thinking that he had less than 100 HP, but he actually has 103. So like, that's fucking nonsense. That's where the Intimidate screwed me over. But then again, if I didn't have the Intimidate, I wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place because I would have died a long time ago. So he goes for the Outrage. You know, it brings me down to around half. I go for the Seismic Toss thinking I'm going to kill him, and he lives with 3 HP. So right here, this is do or die. Either he gets a crit and I win. I mean, no, wow. Either he gets a crit and I lose, or he doesn't get a crit and I win. And what do you think happens? Of course he gets a crit, because this game is gay and he hates me. So there you have it. He played terrible. I played great with a terrible team. And he wins because I get greedy. So that is just an example of what not to do. Alright? Shofu out. I'll talk to you guys later. Probably upload another battle in a week or two. And I'll see you on my channel if you decide to check it out. So